Ooh, what do I see there? Yes, sir. Little POV action. We're cutting up in the Hell Keezy right here, boys. Of course, gotta do it to him too. Subtle flex. Subtle flex.
It's the little things in life.
So first little rip in the 7.3. It's been a little bit.
It's been a while.
The man stick right there. But everyone loves a good old 7.3, so let's see how she is. She sounds good, dude.
Oh, that turbo just screams.
Spooling. 369, right?
Yeah, 369 S16. Small housing, it's a 91 AR, but there's no lag, which is what I wanted.
Oh yeah, let's go. That's that 7.3 power right there, David.
So that was actually just my daily tune. That's what I drive every day in this thing with, and still get like 16, 17 miles to the gallon in it.
That's gonna put a smile on everybody's face, that's for sure. Oh yeah, it rips. It's always nice to see a 7.3 putting down some power. So you don't see a lot on the road anymore.
No, there's not a lot of us that are doing this. And those of us that are, we tend to go a little bit all out.
Most of them are just good old reliable work trucks for a million miles, but I mean, these shenanigans start pushing some power out of them.
Oh, you can get power. I mean, you got the size. It's 7.3. This one's been bored over, 30 over. So it's there. Just takes a little bit more to get to it, but when it does, it's just all low end grunt.
On this next pull, I'll show you a little bit of a POV. Race tune. 7.3. Let's see how we doing. 2 cameras rolling. You know the deal. She's ripping, boys. Old girl chooching.
Yeah, it sounds pissed off now.
In the race tune, she's loping around, but definitely a certified ripper. This thing is freaking sweet, dude.
It's fun. Being manual, it's a whole different feel versus the automatic 7.3s.
Oh yeah, for sure. Listen to that 7.3 scream! Going to give us a quick little pull. My boy's pegged. Old Black Beauty, just patiently waiting over here. So we are finally back after 3 months. We're gonna be checking out a badass 7.3 you guys have seen before, and also have tons of updates for Black Beauty. So if you want to hear about the old 5.9, also stay tuned through the video. But we're back, and we're here with David. You've seen this truck previously, but we're checking it out once again after a whole transformation, huh?
Pretty much. Most of it you can't see because it's under the hood, but I want to say about 2 years ago, lost compression on one of the cylinders in the engine, and I kind of just went down a rabbit hole of upgrades at that point that got me to where it is now.
Yep.
Even though it was an engine problem, I ended up with new wheels, new front clip, new headlights.
Everyone knows when you end up breaking something, you might as well send her from there, and it just turns into a whole little rabbit hole.
That's exactly.
But this thing, seeing it in person, I haven't seen it in like 2 years, looks absolutely nuts. It's been down for a little bit, but it's definitely made a comeback. So let's check it out, do a little walk around, and see what goodies we got rolling.
It was definitely worth the wait. We kind of figured out number 4 had lost compression, already had a spare engine at the house. We went ahead, had that one bored 30 over, the heads were checked out. What started off as just keeping my current setup and then switching to a T4 ended up snowballing into Carrillo connecting rods, beehive springs, bigger push rods, fully balanced rotating assembly with a fluid damper. Then I went ahead and had the injectors, took out my 23880s, and we jumped to 400 300s. Wasn't planning on that, but I had a deal on it, so I had to jump. And with that came the dual H pops. So that's where this is at right now. So this is, saying it's a strong runner is an understatement. People have asked me how does it feel, and I've been kind of, I guess you can say, humble about it, that, you know, it's good for what it is, and everybody that rides in it or anyone I've messed around with in the truck is just, you know, kind of left in awe at how quick it is for being just a 7.3. So this is a 2001, it's an F250 XLT. It was pretty much a bone stock truck when I got it. Stock exhaust, muffler, still had the foil on the charge pipes, and it went from just me saying, you know, do a nice front clip, nice wheels, lower it, call it a day, to whole truck's been repainted, engine's pretty much built at this point, upgraded clutch, short throw shift kits, a ZF6 truck. I mean, I got a little one-off items on it as well, and the wheels on it, 24x12. Those are new for us, SF053s, only set out right now. You want a set, call me, text me, info's on Instagram. So that's kind of where it's started. Where it's come from was basically a basic everyday work truck to what it is now, which at this point some people call it a race truck. To me, it's just a cruiser, a driver. It's got plenty of power to have some fun and maybe upset some people. It's got a 369 SXE on it with a 91 housing. Other items in the engine include a stage 2 cam from Colt Cams, and then David Beach, 01 Stroker on Instagram. He's the one that was a big factor in this entire engine with bearing measurements, going through the whole thing, mocking up everything, getting it all set up. He had the truck for a solid 8 to 9 months. Pretty much every phone call I got from him was, hey, by the way, you might want to send some more money because you're trying to make big power. Even though I wasn't, it was just how it ended up.
And for me, always with this truck, it being a 7.3 and manual, and also being extended cab long bed, I feel like it's a little bit different than what you usually see on the road for these trucks, and especially seeing a 7.3 putting down some power now. I love to see it. It's came a long way, and same thing with my truck and anyone else. You see it come from the ground up, and it's just a great feeling for sure.
Suspension wise, this is a 2-wheel drive truck, so I did the DJM hanger and shackles in the back. Right now I have it set at a 4-inch drop. It can go as much as 5 inches. The front's down about 1.5 inches just so it sits level. And that's pretty much it for the factory suspension. I did add some flight fabrication traction bars on it, which have made a huge difference. And as far as other cosmetic things, 2016 tailgate, street scene roll pan, Street Concepts with their 3-piece spoiler. This is only one of 2. The other one is on my buddy's truck. He's got a Harley 6.4, Recon taillights taken apart, color matched to the truck, as well as the Alpha Rex headlights. That was all done by my buddy Nick at Color Concepts.
Of course, gotta do it to him too. Subtle flex.
It's the little things in life.
Hey, lots of powder.
Lots of powder. Once again, that was Paul over at Seasick Coatings.
Shout out, Paul.
Definitely. I mean, he did a ton of work. So we went with a super root beer on all these top pieces you see here, charge pipes, the PSP shroud, Mishimoto radiator, even the wire loom cover in the back. Then what you see here is the Wild Illusion copper, which kind of hard to see right now, but the entire block, heads, oil pan have been powder coated in that Illusion copper. That's kind of what you do when you're waiting for 8 months on connecting rods. You get bored and you ask your powder guy, hey, can you do this? And he kind of gives you a, I don't know. If something happens, I'm not responsible for it look. So I just said do it, and so far the powder on the block is holding up, no problems. I'm not having any issues with heat like some people thought. We did do some research and we found out that there's other companies that do powder coat their blocks. So it's not anything out of this world, but it's nothing to be concerned about as far as heat. So T4 setup is from CSD, Carson Stouffer's diesel. Over here you have the full force dual H pop setup with their billet housing. I had Clear Vision's 239 polish that housing out. He did the same with the wheels. Other than that, it's just another 7.3.
I'd say she's stock. I'd say she's stockish, you know. Nothing too crazy. It's been cool to even see it from another view. But I'm sure he's gonna be out at a lot of the events this year and next year, so if you get a chance, David, go say what's up. Check out this beautiful 7.3. You definitely don't see it every day. It's one of a kind, that's for sure. And if you're a real OG to the channel, you'll remember his green dually 7.3. If you guys seen it on the channel a couple years ago, that was another unit itself. RIP to the dually.